Señoras y señores, con todos ustedes, el detrás de escenas de Epikwhale en el torneo más importante que hemos tenido desde el Mundial, en el Invitacional de 2022.
It's hard to win every tournament in Fortnite. Like, it's probably one of the hardest games to win every single tournament.
Es difícil ganarlo todo, ¿no?
Top 3, expecting a top 5. If we don't place top 10, I'm crying myself to sleep.
Epikwhale que decía que si no yo haría un top 5, top 10, que iba a estar llorando por la noche, ¿eh? Y cuidado, ¿eh? Porque quedó top 40 y...
We brought players from all around the world.
Jugadores de todo el mundo. Qué guapo estuvo el invitacional, ¿eh? Qué guapo estuvo el invitacional.
These games are just, way harder than what you're used to.
Esto es mucho más difícil de lo que era antes y te lo dice Vivid, exjugador profesional de Team Liquid. Estuvo muy guapo, la verdad que menos algunas pausas entre partidas que tuvieron algún problema de hardware, creo. Todo lo demás estuvo guapísimo de ese evento. Me gustó muchísimo. Y ahí está Epikwhale 0 position en el invitacional. By Logitech. Vámonos.
We gotta tell a little bit about the story of Epikwhale. 6x, if you guys don't know, Epikwhale 6x.
Epikwhale, 6 veces campeón de la FNCS en Norteamérica West.
The most out of any other player in the world.
Not only is
el jugador que más FNCS tiene en el mundo.
FNCS wins, right? So like on a global scale, that's just impressive in its own right. But he's also done things that a lot of other players have not been able to accomplish. For example, one of those things being that he actually was able to switch inputs for a short period of time. He was, on controller because he
es verdad, es verdad.
At the time. And
cambió de mando a ratón, de ratón a mando, ha hecho cambios.
Is our youngest son. Everyone in the family calls him by his proper name, Shane Cotton. He's our youngest of 3. Oldest sibling is our daughter, Reagan, and then Trevor, our middle son, who also runs the Mousepad company, and then Shane.
Ah, el hermano es el que lleva la compañía...
Sorry, I'm their father.
Él es el padre. El hermano es el que lleva la compañía de mousepads, de alfombrillas. Yo lo voy traduciendo, no te preocupes. Yo viviendo aquí en California toda mi vida.
7 friends. We were all like within a year of each other throughout elementary school and middle school.
Tiene su grupito de la primaria.
Together, like playing sports or doing whatever,
When they came home from school, they would play. Basketball, skateboarding, bicycles.
Cuando venía de la escuela siempre jugaba lo que sea, algún deporte.
Yo, you want to do this, or you want to play basketball, you want to play soccer, you want to, do anything.
He was never the biggest or fastest of any of them, but very, very competitive. And I think it helped him learn that, there are people that are bigger and faster than you, and you have to think of other creative ways to stay in the competition. So. Yeah, it definitely shaped part of what shaped him as a competitor. He was probably 7, 8 years old.
Hacer deporte de joven le ha hecho competidor a día de hoy también, ¿no?
We were driving home, I was asking him, like, how'd everything go and so on. Did you get to pitch? And he told me about how he learned something, and I said, oh, tell me what you learned about. He said, I learned if I throw the first pitch on the inside of the plate where the batter is, they'll step back because they're scared. And then I can throw balls on the outside part of this plate and strike them out because they can't reach the ball. And I thought, wow, that's really
Dijo que volviendo de un partido de béisbol, ¿no? Le dijo a su padre, oye, que si doy el primer bolazo y me la marco, los otros se asustan. Y entonces dijo que a partir de ahí se dio cuenta de que su hijo pues iba a ser un buen estratega, buen competidor y que le da vueltas a las cosas, ¿no?
Me and my friends, we also played video games too when we played like a lot of Call of Duty, like zombies and
mis amigos y yo jugábamos mucho videojuegos,
right before my
zombies de Call of
freshman year of high
Duty.
school is when I got a PC. And
Dice
then
que
I
en el
started
instituto es cuando
playing
tuvo el
CSGO.
PC.
And then I
Empezó
played
con
a
el
little bit of
Counter,
PUBG.
algo
Most
de
of them started
PUBG.
playing Fortnite, and I was like, nah, bro, that game's trash. Like building.
Y salió
is so
Fortnite
lame.
y dijo, ah, esto
And I
no
was
me
like the
gusta,
last
esto es
person
una
to switch
mierda.
over. And then
Y
when
fue
I
como de
switched,
los
I was
últimos
like
a pasarse a
pretty good,
Fortnite.
so, and then, the rest happened.
Y lo otro pues ya lo sabéis.
Like I honestly just started playing scrims just for fun. Not even really thinking about
Empecé
going
a jugar
pro or
scrims
anything.
como
I would
por
just play like West
divertirme, no
scrims
con
with
ningún
my duo at the
otro
time, Seal Matt. We were just like
objetivo.
winning a decent amount of them against like other pretty good players.
Y
And then
jugaban
eventually
y ganaban
when they started
bastante.
hosting more online tournaments,
Y cuando
it was mostly
empezaron los
throughout
torneos
those when I was like,
online,
okay, I can be really good at this.
ahí dije,
like the
cuidado,
first World Cup
cuidado
week
que se
with
me da
solos
bien.
and I got 4th. And you
Y
needed
cuando
second
llegó
to
la
qualify
solo
to
World
World
Cup,
Cup.
pues
That was
con el
definitely
top
the moment
4
when I
la
realized this could
cual
be
y
like
a
a
volar.
full-time job when I was 2 places off of winning $50,000 as a 16-year-old.
Claro, que ganar toda esa cantidad de dinero con 16 años, pues ahí hubo un clic, ¿no?
So the invitational means a lot to a lot of these
El
players
invitacional significa
because
muchísimo
not only
para
are they
muchos
gaining experience, because
jugadores,
it's been so long since
no
we've
solo
had
por
an in-person
la
event, but then
sensación
winning
gaming,
it
sino
alone,
porque
like,
hace mucho
these events
tiempo
don't come around
de algo
often,
así.
and these types
Y
of events are
no
often
pasa muy a
used
menudo.
to deem like who is the best player
Y realmente
out there.
definen cuál es el mejor jugador. Son los importantes.
I mean, to win this event, it would just be sick. Like, obviously,
Ganar un
the
evento
Gamers
como
8
este
event
sería
was
locura.
kind of the first LAN event where there was EU players, NA players, Brazil players, people from every
El
region.
mundial fue
in a
como el
while.
primer
But this one's,
evento
like, also an
internacional,
official
pero
Fortnite
este es
tournament
como
where the best
el
100 players in the
segundo
world are
oficial
here. So it would
importante,
mean a
¿no?
lot just to like certify
El de
that I
Arabia
can
estuvo bien,
win
pero
against
esto
all
es lo
these EU
importante.
players and NA players and everyone, you know.
Give it up for Hot and Sweat. Put your hands together for True Labs and Chicho. Let's give a warm welcome to Beppy and Vortex. If you say Poland, I say Kiwi and Set. The absolutely dominating duo.
I'm an NA player, so I should be biased towards NA, but EU is definitely just better. Just like they have way more players playing.
Europa es simplemente mejor. Son muchos más y al final hay que aceptarlo.
NA
Lo
West is
dice
one of the
Epikwhale.
smaller regions. That being said, Epikwhale being from NA West, he still went ahead and won an international event as well. So he's pretty much just making strides for NA West as a
Pero
whole.
venía de ganar
and
con
proving that it is
Malibuca
possible.
en el Invitacional de Arabia, tiene un por 6 en Norteamérica West.
Domination is the key word here.
You kind of have to sacrifice a little bit of everything if you're really trying to put in those hours every day, you know? Like when I was on the come up or whatever you want to say, I was probably playing like 9 hours every day. But that was mostly just because I enjoyed the game that much at that point. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to spend 9 hours a day and
ahora es un
also be
poco menos.
well-rounded, like going to the gym, hanging out with friends. But
Voy
those are
más
the
al
sacrifices
gimnasio,
I've made,
quedando con
and,
amigos y tal, pero mantengo ahí el green.
I'm not giving a first place prediction because it's very difficult amongst 5 teams. So I'm going to say the 5 teams. You ready? Queasy Vino, Yanis and Vidil,
Okay, yeah,
Epikwhale and Reed,
of course.
Pam, Stu and Fatch,
Good.
and of course, Booga and Nero.
Yeah, of course. I think that's a lot of people.
everyone has a pressure on them because the
Sí.
people who are high
Las
up and like
predicciones ahí del top 5
are
para el
respected and like
muchacho.
expected to do good, they have the pressure to uphold that image
Claro,
of them.
los que estaban
But then
arriba
there's
ya
also
desde
the
el mundial
underdogs,
son los
and
que
those are the
tienen
people
todavía
who
más
have
presión,
the
¿no?
pressure
Los
to
que
prove
vienen de
themselves.
nuevas.
Like, every big tournament they play, this is a chance for them to prove themselves.
Realmente ellos tienen una oportunidad para demostrar, nosotros tenemos que mantener, y eso es lo jodido. Qué guapo estaba por fuera, ¿eh? Hostia, qué guapo.
Seven regions, 27 different countries, 50 of some of the best duos in the world are competing here today. A total prize pool of $1 million. I mean, words cannot even describe how excited I am. We are so excited.
Qué guapo estaba, tío. Estaba guapísimo. Es que lo saben hacer muy bien, ¿eh?
You guys are hyped, right?
Pressure's on, the nerves are kicking in, the audience is cheering on the stage. You know, you think about it. Man,
Honestly, I feel like I've gotten a little better at dealing with nerves, but I mean, I'm not saying I don't get nervous at all. Like, obviously, I do a little
Dice que
bit.
ya no pilla
When it
nervios,
comes
pero que
to
bueno, que puede ser que en algún momento,
embracing
cuidado.
the lights, the cameras, the people that
Las
are
cámaras, las luces,
speaking,
la gente, es
are
muy distinto que en tu
cheering out
casa, ¿no?
there. So you have to be confident in the fact that you
Tienes que
belong
estar
here. You just have to
seguro
trust in your
realmente
ability
y
because
confiar en
you're
que
here
tú
for a
mereces
reason.
estar aquí y que tienes Estás por
don't
alguna
really think
razón.
about the fact that you're at a LAN or anything like that. Just once you're in the game, just get in the flow state.
Una vez entre en la
But
partida ya va a cambiar todo.
This is only game number 1. Nobody wants to put it all on the line just yet, but I might have spoke too soon. Larson would get it, taking down a ton of damage on the Muzz. Lunar trying to back him up, and it looks like they got the
Larson
first
fue la primera
elimination
persona en
of
morir de
FNCS. Now we have
eliminación.
EU versus NAOS. Noah Riley, bad sniper. Epikwhale, Reed on the other side of the wall. This one is going to get close because Reed, I already talked about, he loves to fight. Epikwhale loves to fight as well. Meanwhile, in the distance, Threats and Alice are starting to put shots in, so this is not a fight that's not, being interfered with. Reed's gonna fall first. Epikwhale's by himself. Shots come in. Noah Riley wastes no time. They pounce in, and they're hunting now. Reed's on the run. Shots from the side. Who will steal away this elimination here? Someone has to get it in there. It is. They close things up and finish it off quickly, and just like that, EU comes out on
Top
top.
45.
Game number 2 is starting right now. Things
Buah, es que lo hicieron muy mal, tío. Lo hicieron muy mal, tío.
Reed's gonna get burned and turned back to the lobby there as he falls, but that's still well inside the top 20. Meanwhile, Vino.
Top 34.
And just like that, we are already gearing up for the next round of action. Pablo gets taken down to Brazil's Quitos. Alex going ahead and taking down TSM Reed. So much action going down around the lobby as Booga and Mero trying to find that sweet spot, because you know as well as I do.
We are ready, everyone. Let's go to game number 4.
To snap yourselves out of it and really pick it back up, because this is game 4 out of 12. You have every chance in the world to make a comeback. Ju and Yusra have been contested on the drop to the hands
que la habían matado en el aire, tú.
Alex and Bailey. We have seen what they have managed to do all day. They are an exceptional duo. Right now, game number 5 is about to be underway. The Turner focus to Peppo and Runa. They find clicks right above, snacking it through. This is the last game here of the day. This is game number 6. It does look like the TSM duo Epikwhale strikes first, taking down Sentin. That's a big elimination right there. Here's our high ground kings, Reed and Epikwhale. The 6X.
Creo que no tuvieron ni una partida decente, O no me acuerdo, estaba intentando recordar si había alguna que lo hacían bien, pero creo que esta que hicieron top 9, ¿no? Top 9 en esta. Bueno, subieron al 22. Que claro, en el día 1 no iban nada. A ver, no fue un top día, pero media tabla no está mal terminar el primer día.
I feel like our performance was definitely like worse than we expected. Like I was expecting at least a top 10, but
So Epikwhale and Reed have had a slow start to the Invitational. Day 1 wasn't necessarily the best for them. In terms of, bouncing back, Epikwhale is
que el día 2 fue peor, El día 2 fue peor, creo, ¿no?
He's not a champion for, no reason.
His competitive nature drives him to adapt and change.
whatever happened that made you guys do bad, then just like try to fix it. It's just a game of trying to adapt the fastest.
Intentando adaptarse, buscar siempre los errores. El padre repite lo competitivo que es. Día 2, eso fue el día 1, que le fue muy mal, pero es que el día 2, ya te digo, yo creo que el día 2 fue peor. No recuerdo ahora, tío, pero creo que fue peor. Buah, qué premiazos eso. Eso te da la vida.
For me, doing bad in tournaments always like motivates me, like, and that's what mostly keeps me going. Is like I don't like doing bad.
He just wants to win.
Me motiva el ganar, no dice el padre. Él simplemente quiere ganar.
Then everybody would kind of like be tied at the top. You just got to come into it fully mentally reset, and then use that break in between day 1 and day 2 to prepare yourself even more.
Epikwhale and Reed, everyone. It's time for a comeback. If he wants that 7X next to his name, currently in 22nd place with 80 points.
Empezó desde el top 22, vamos a ver.
First game of the day, but it's the 7th game overall in the competition. The FNCS Invitational has not disappointed one bit. That's right, a 2-day competition.
Wow, top 30
damage threshold.
Me molaría ver partidas realmente. Tendría que haber visto partidas para analizar mucho más el porqué de esto, tío. Que le salió muy mal el torneo, pero especialmente mal, bro.
You see Epikwhale, a player that usually is lighting up the leaderboard, having a couple struggles, but he is too a second half team. A lot of these teams are known with their backs up against the wall to come up big.
We know they put in all the work. Vino is going to find Reed and then crank his way up to high ground.
Top 19, tampoco sumaron nada. Y aquí el mental también empieza a ir fatal, ¿sabes?
Number 9 is about to start, and for a lot of these teams, this is the second chance they're going to get here to try to pick up as many
aquí el mental.
As you see Reed picking up 2, taking down Threats and Alice, a team for
que era la 9 ya,
this
¿no?
event. Despite Larson still going with an elevation change. They gotta start it now or never, and a good shot by Noah Riley to take down Reed.
1, 2, 3.
Bueno, subieron al 21 aquí, pues no eran tampoco. Ah, pues yo pensaba que habían quedado 40 y pico, tío. En mi cabeza era mucho peor. Ah, bueno. Pensaba que era mucho peor,
But here we have it. Game 11, Jacob. It's here.
I don't want to get in these guys' line of sight. Everybody is getting terrorized by Cami and Seti.
Pero qué locura la jugada de Cami y Seti, Qué locura, Ahora agradezco a Billy y a Nacho, Billy, estás por el chat. Ahora os agradezco la sub. Ah, pues quedaron media tabla, tampoco, yo qué sé.
Let's give it up one more time as we start to gear up for this. It's all or nothing because we get to decide who gets to take this all home.
Guay, murieron early. Hostia, murieron early. Top 27, bueno. A ver, bastante XD, ¿no? Bastante XD. A ver, sí, es un resultado de mierda para ellos, las cosas como son. Es un resultado de mierda. De mierda. Pura basura para ellos. Eso es la realidad. Media tabla, 1x6 FNCS. No se lo puede permitir. Y venía de ganar el último invitacional, que fue, aunque no fuera oficial, era el de Arabia. Entonces...
It didn't go quite as well here in Raleigh. I don't think he'll get too flustered. He won't settle, but his plan's pretty similar every time. Evaluate with an open mind what I could have improved.
Dice que el padre que bueno, que no le salió nada bien, pero que su hijo está seguro que va a replantear, el autocrítico.
As I feel like most major LANs are, like it's always like you're playing your own region, and then you play a LAN with all the best players in the world, and it kind of switches up a little. It's not as simple as there's like one thing that it was, This is my first time IGLing in like 3 years or so, and I haven't had too much practice even on West IGLing. Fortnite's just a game of like new metas and then learning, and a new meta and then learning. You have to have bad tournaments here and there to learn from them.
Ha empezado a hacer de IGL después de 3 años, después de dejarlo con Arkram, que se dio cuenta que sales de tu burbuja de West y vas a un Major con los mejores del mundo y que no es lo mismo. Pero quiero jugar otro torneo y quiero volver a notar esa sensación. Pues estoy preparado ya para el próximo torneo. Desde el 2022 Epikwhale ha quedado top 10 en 10 eventos. Desde la invitacional ha quedado top 10 en 10 eventos. Ha competido en 12 de ellos. O sea, de 12 en 10 ha quedado top 10. Está guapo ese. Muy guapo de momento el documental, muy guapo. Está muy bien hecho. Me flipa. Este tipo de contenido, tío, que te cuenta una historia, que te relata, que te deja ver un poco más allá del jugador, que te cuenta también el fracaso, te cuenta el éxito, Epikwhale volverá, will return. ¡Qué guapo, tío! Pues este ha sido el documental. Bueno, ya salta otro vídeo mío. Este ha sido el documental. Espero que os haya gustado. Un beso gigante y gracias a Logitech y por esta locura. Muy guapo el vídeo, muy guapo. Dale a like, suscríbete, perro.